Why have nearly all civilizations, across time and continents, believed the world would end? This question echoes through human history. From Mesopotamia to the Mayans, Egypt to the Vikings, apocalyptic beliefs shaped how people lived and understood their place in the cosmos. These weren't just stories, they were convictions that influenced daily life, worship, and morality. In this video, we'll explore why humanity has always feared the end, and why these ancient warnings still resonate today. Join us as we uncover the roots of our universal anxiety about the end of the world. Ancient Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, gave us one of the earliest apocalyptic myths. Life here depended on the unpredictable Tigris and Euphrates, and the Mesopotamians saw natural disasters as signs of divine anger. Their most famous story, the Epic of Gilgamesh, tells of gods unleashing a catastrophic flood to punish humanity's corruption. Utnapishtim, warned by the god Ea, builds an ark to save his family and animals, a tale that predates and parallels the story of Noah. This myth established the idea that humanity is accountable to higher powers, and that our actions have cosmic consequences. It wasn't just a story, it was a warning and a moral code. Priests, rituals, and ziggurats all aimed to appease the gods and prevent disaster. These stories reveal a deep anxiety about societal collapse and the fragility of civilization. The Mesopotamians saw themselves in a cycle of creation and destruction, always at risk of chaos. Their apocalypse was about the thin line between order and chaos, and the need to maintain balance. These ideas of divine judgment and accountability would echo through countless cultures and religions. The fear of cosmic retribution became a foundation for how societies understood their fate. Ancient Egypt thrived on the predictable cycles of the Nile, shaping a worldview centered on order. Ma'at. The Egyptians feared not a single cataclysm, but the slow unraveling of cosmic balance known as Isfet. Each night, the sun god Ra battled chaos in the underworld. His victory at dawn reassured Egyptians that order prevailed. The apocalypse for them was the day chaos triumphed and the sun failed to rise. Rituals and monumental architecture were acts of cosmic maintenance, anchoring Ma'at on earth. Mummification and funerary rites reflected their desire to preserve order beyond death. Stories like the Book of the Heavenly Cow warned that even the gods could grow weary of humanity's failings. The Egyptian end times were about the collapse of cycles and the terror of losing stability. Their civilization was a 3,000-year effort to hold chaos at bay. The fear of cosmic disorder shaped every aspect of their society. For the Egyptians, apocalypse meant the end of renewal, the ultimate failure of harmony. The Mayans of Central America saw the cosmos as a vast, intricate clock, and themselves as its keepers. Their long-count calendar tracked immense cycles, with the end of each cycle marking a profound transition. The much-hyped 2012 date was never about destruction but about the end of one world age and the start of another. Mayan myths spoke of previous worlds destroyed and remade, reflecting a cyclical view of time. The end of a cycle was a time for ritual and reflection, not panic. Celestial events were seen as messages from the gods, guiding rulers and priests. Their records hinted anxieties about these transitions, fearing the gods might once again reset creation. The Mayan apocalypse was about cosmic renewal, not annihilation. Their sophisticated astronomy and mythology remind us of our fleeting place in the universe. They looked to the stars for meaning, believing humanity's fate was tied to the cosmic dance. For the Mayans, the end was always a new beginning. In Scandinavia, the Vikings envisioned Ragnarok, the inevitable doom of gods and men. Unlike other apocalypses, Ragnarok wasn't punishment but destiny, foretold by the Norns and unavoidable even for Odin. It began with Fimbulwinter, 3 endless winters, followed by chaos, earthquakes, monsters unleashed, and the sky torn asunder. The gods and their enemies clashed in a final battle. Odin fell to Fenrir, Thor to Jörmungandr, and nearly all perished. This myth reflected the Vikings' harsh world, where even the divine was mortal. Yet after destruction, a new world emerged, green, fertile, and ready for rebirth. Survivors, both gods and humans, would repopulate the earth. Ragnarok was a story of inevitable collapse but also of hope and renewal. It taught that endings are part of a greater cycle. The myth gave comfort. Even after devastation, life would return. The Vikings embraced both the tragedy and the promise of new beginnings. Ragnarok's cycle of destruction and rebirth is a powerful testament to human resilience. Even in the darkest myths, hope endures. Apocalyptic fears spanned the globe, from Greece to India, the Aztecs to Zoroastrians. Plato's Atlantis warned against hubris, while Greek flood myths echoed themes of divine judgment and survival. In Hinduism, time is cyclical. The Kali Yuga ends with Vishnu's return to restore order and begin a new golden age. The Aztecs believed they lived in the fifth sun, with previous worlds destroyed by elemental forces, driving their rituals to delay the next catastrophe. Across cultures, the end was often followed by renewal or judgment. These stories provided hope, justice, and a sense of cosmic balance. They warned against moral decay and the dangers of ignoring the divine. Apocalyptic myths reflected humanity's need to find meaning in chaos. The fear of the end was universal, but so was the belief in rebirth. These narratives shaped societies, offering both caution and comfort. Our ancestors' fears still echo in our own anxieties about the future. Apocalyptic myths are more than stories. They're reflections of our deepest fears and hopes. They offered frameworks for morality, unity, and purpose in uncertain times. Today we face new threats, but the fear of collapse remains. These ancient lessons remind us, ignoring warnings and failing to act together can have dire consequences. Understanding our past helps us face the future with wisdom and resilience. Like, share, and subscribe if you believe learning from history can help us build a world worth saving.